Bless up, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. Welcome to the Troy Graham Experience. And I am the aforementioned Troy Graham on this lovely, wonderful day. Yes, indeed, on this lovely, wonderful day. Today, we're going to talk about, well, just take a deep breath, everybody. Just calm down. Take a deep breath. Let's see what the day brings, right? Let me close some of these windows. Yeah. Wow, I have a lot of windows open. But anyway, I'm gonna take a deep breath and we're gonna talk some NFL today because they trying that let me use Brian. What is the boy's name? Former coach of the Ravens. His word was trickology. The NFL is trying to use some trickology. What's up, Boxing Lounge? On people. They're trying to use some trickology, right? Because you can't the Ravens are known for a couple of things. They always tell you to trust the process, right? And play like a Raven. And I'm gonna stop right there and I'm gonna come Boxing Lounge. How you doing, sir? I'm gonna come right back. Stick and stay, baby. I'll be right back. Okay, well I'm partially back. I'm trying to I'm trying to do some work as I am no, I wasn't frozen, man. I'm still trying to share the podcast while I'm on the podcast. See, I'm multitasking, which is kind of dangerous to do because I lost track of time and all that. But just stick and stay, man. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. I'll be right back. Bam. Okay. Right. Bam. You know what? I know what I'm doing sometimes. But how's it out there right now in the wonderful UK, man? How's the weather? I'm gonna drop the link in a second there, sir. Why don't I just drop the link? That'll probably be better. Okay, I dropped the link. So how is it out there in the wonderful UK, man? You could jump on and tell me before I get this conversation started about Mr. Lamar Jackson over here. All right. Jess, how you do? How you do? How you do? Glad you got the notification. Yes. And that's if you don't know who that is, that's Super Jess from the powerful iTalk. If if you only knew. Boy, I know I messed that up, didn't I, Jess? I think I did. I think I did. I'm a little off today. I'm rushing and speeding, trying to multitask and all that. But yeah. So what's up, Lady Jess? Thank you for always coming through for me. I appreciate it. You know, I meant to tell you last night when you were speaking. You have a powerful, passionate voice about when you're speaking about certain things. You ever thought of doing any motivational speaking? No, I'm not playing. I'm being straight up. You ever thought I'm this is me called stalling until more people comes in here so I can start the show. Yeah. Dragon Leg, Lamar Jackson coming to the Colts, baby. You know what? Scroll up and click that link, Dragon Leg. I don't even like calling you Dragon Leg, baby. Scroll up and and uh and click that link for me to Dragon Leg and tell me a story that I don't know. Come on, baby, because I've never heard that. It's rumors of war and rumors and rumors and rumors, but I don't know how true it is. So scroll up real quick and click the link and tell me a story. Because that would look at the irony of that. Because the Colts really came from Baltimore. Pin the link. How do you pin the link? Boxing Lounge. I've never pinned the link because the Colts actually came from Baltimore. Then they left in the middle of the night and went to Indianapolis. And if this dude leaves and goes to the Colts, it'll come full circle. You know, you took our team, we'll take your damn quarterback. You know, it was kind of touche. No, the Colts would be like, we took your team. Now we're gonna take your superstar quarterback and win all those Super Bowls that you were supposed to. Okay, how do you how do you pin it, Jess? You can walk me through it like you did with the other thing. I got my tablet right here, so go ahead and walk me through it. Dragon leg is a style. Really? I was thinking it was something else. One too many pornos in my past life. But anyway, uh, yeah, just go ahead and tell me how to pin it. I'm going on to YouTube. Yes, right. Matter of fact, I'm going on to YouTube. So if you hear an echo, it's just me opening up YouTube on the tablet. Why am I'm kind of excited to do this one. That's why I'm waiting for the people to come in because I got my facts straight. You know what, Jess? I forgot to send the link to Havoc. If you could send it to Havoc, I would appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so go on to YouTube and do it. Okay, it says live. Okay, I'm on my YouTube. I'm on the YouTube. What do I do now? Just long press, and then it should long press it where on top or what? I don't know what to do. Uh, okay, so press the link itself, right? Okay, okay. Press the message retracted. Okay, I got to do it again. I'm coming, y'all. Believe me, we're gonna have fun today because I'm in a mood. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. High energy, high energy. Okay, I just posted the link again. So, am I pressing on the link itself? Yeah. And what am I pressing on? Long pressed, and it should go give you the option to pin. Okay, cool. Jesus. And send me to StreamYard. I don't want to go to StreamYard. Get your ass back. Get on back to there. Uh, so you want me to press the link? Long press the left hand side of the link. The left hand side will be by my name. So you killing me here. Okay. I'm not getting anything. Okay, it says pin message. I pinned it. Okay, message pinned. Right? Is it pinned? Because it's pinned on the YouTube. So can y'all see it? It says that it's pinned. Let me in. Okay. Yeah. Do you see the link pinned up on top, Jess? I pinned it. Do you see it? Because it's pinned on the YouTube page I'm looking at. Okay. Okay, can anybody see the okay, so it's pinned on top? We see it. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, now Mr. Dragon Leg, you can come up here and break down the rumors for me about Lamar Jackson going to the Colts. Man, I would love for him to go to the Colts and win at least three Super Bowls. Three Super Bowls. Because seeing the truth is, after watching everything go down with him and the fact that he's asked to trust the process, which he did, play like a Raven, which he did, have no off field issues, which he doesn't, break records, which he did, get an MVP, which he did, take the team to the playoffs, which he did, command. He's also asked to command the respect of his teammates, which he did. He's also asked to get the fans to love him, which he did. That's eight positive things. Now they're trying to tell him, well, We can't pay you because you always hurt. He's hurt based on the plays you call and the fact that you have a sorry offensive line. There's been so many times that you watch this game here, right? As soon as he snaps the ball, there's two defenders in his face. As soon as you snap the ball, there's two defenders in the man's face, and there's nothing that he can do about it. He has to run. He has to take off running. He can't even finish a play because there's two defenders in his face. But you're blaming him for the offensive line, and you're blaming him for the sorry play calling, which, for example, you fired your offensive coach for. Fired. Okay. What's up, Joe? Hey, jump on the panel there, short stack. Always jump on your panel. Jump on here, man. Jump on, jump on, jump on. But anyway, yeah, man, I got iTalk coming through for me. I appreciate them, man. I'm gonna shout you out wherever I go, even though I don't go too many places because I don't play well with others sometimes. But yeah, but like I was saying, you have a player in his prime of his life, 25 years old, has no outside off the field activities, no crazy baby mamas, no nothing with the police. He respects his mother, obviously, and loves his mother. What's the problem then? What's the problem? Huh? Are you going to be cheap? Let me explain something to all you NFL teams, starting with the Ravens. When you are cheap and you have a outstanding talent and a personality like a Lamar Jackson, and you let them go, what's going to happen is that your team would sink into obscurity, and nobody worth anything is going to want to come to your team because what players do is they sit back and watch how a team treats other players. And if you don't want to pay a guy like Lamar Jackson, what's up, Major? If you don't want to pay a guy like, Mr. Jackson over here, who's in the prime of his life, no criminal activity, he's just doing his thing. He's doing his thing. What do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? Ain't no player going to want to come to your team, Mr.
I'm gonna
Havoc.
tell you what they're gonna do, Mister.
Well, first of all, brother, wipe your feet off and say hello when you walk in somebody's house. How about that?
Hey,
Yeah.
I came through the window. What's the problem? You should have never left your
Well,
window open. I climbed through windows. You should have knew better than to leave your windows open.
I'm on the 14th floor, baby. I'm on the 14th floor. You can't, you can't come to my
I
window.
got
What the heck?
Mexican in me. We'll make it up in here.
Okay,
First
go
and
ahead,
foremost,
brother.
hi to everybody in the chat. To my family of iTalk, you already know. Just love you. RP, love you. Major was popping. Everything. Capo, you already know. Listen, I'm going to keep it real with that situation, man. They're trying to use him to set an example, and it's messed up. I could understand. I know I'm going to get vilified for this. I could understand where the owners are coming from. The Cleveland Browns, they fucked up epically when they gave that contract to Deshaun Watson, but they were desperate. They had nothing in that city that could bring attention to them, and that was the only way they could do it. Let us not forget that it wasn't only Cleveland who was crackhead hungry for a quarterback. You had teams like Atlanta in there, Carolina, Chicago were also a part of this big, let's go after Deshaun Watson. My thing is that now that this year you have someone with the same abilities as Deshaun Watson and even better and 2 years younger, and nobody's even looking at this guy breathing, shooting a Texas way, it has to be collusion. There's no other way. I understand that the NFL doesn't want guaranteed contracts, but these owners have all gotten together and decided to take out whatever frustration they have on this young man. Troy, I'm waiting to next year. And I know you feel the same way I feel about why we waiting the next year, because next year you got 4 of the top quarterbacks in the league are expecting to get paid. I want to see what they're going to do with the Josh situation in Buffalo, the situation
Let me tell you this, right?
Cincinnati, the situation in
Mhm.
the Chargers. All them young boys are
Let
going
me
to want to get paid. What you going to do? You're going to treat them the same way you treat Lamar? That's when we're going to realize if this is a collusion or
It is
racist.
collusion. Having it is no okay. You obviously didn't see the title I wrote. I Jesse Jackson that thing up. I said, there's no need for confusion. It's This is clearly collusion. That is the only conclusion. See? So because how I mean, you can't tell me that this young man here who has no off-field issues, right? He has no off-field issues. He's been nothing but a standout player and a teammate, right? He's broken records, he's set records, he's taken them to the playoffs, he's got his MVP, and he's been quiet. And y'all telling me that y'all can't pay him? Then you telling me that no other team wants him? Why? Because you're saying that he's always injured. He's not always injured. You have to base that on two things. The offensive line sucks, and the plays that they call for this brother, he's always running. Yes or no, Havoc?
Yeah, you're right. And even
Right.
with a shitty offensive line, he still made this team relevant when it came down to it. So why
Relevant? No,
not
no, no,
give
no,
this
no.
man? He carried this team on his back.
That's
One
the wrong
player,
word, Havoc. He made them much see TV. He's like a
yes,
highlight reel. When he first came in the league, he was a highlight reel until he started getting injured because after a while they started bouncing. They just ran him too much. They ran him entirely too much.
every time he got a player since he's been in the league, every time he has developed with a player or something, they had traded a player away. They said that AJ Brown was fucking trash. How is it that he's trash and now he's in Philadelphia breaking fucking records? Like, wow.
That tells you about the Ravens coaching. You ever notice that over the 27 years when they send an offensive player away from the Ravens, that's when they start to produce more. That's when they start to produce more. That's the truth about the offensive player. And in the 27 years since the Ravens have been in Baltimore, not one standout quarterback wanted to come here, and no receivers wanted to come here. And now you know why. They had a chance to get T.O., and T.O. was like, I'm not coming here to play with Kyle Bowler. I ain't coming there to play with Kyle Bowler, right?
Just,
And then they had one standout receiver whose name was Anquan Bolden. He won the Super Bowl, and he was supposed to get a $6 million
and
bonus.
they cut him because they said he had nothing left. He wanted to go on somewhere
No,
else.
that's exactly why.
Years.
He even told them that he'd take the bonus and you could backlog it. I don't want to go. I just want to stay here. And they were like, nah. And he goes to the 49ers and set it ablaze.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make no sense, man. It's wrong what they doing to him. But you know what? We have to play devil's advocate, Troy. And I got to look at it from the other side of the fucking of the
Okay, go ahead now and talk about
you
it
have
now.
to think about it, Troy. Now we got to put on our owner's shoes, Troy. Troy, if you were an owner of a team, did you, even though let's say you have the opportunity to pay a player like Lamar Jackson, what he's asking, the guaranteed money and everything, we know that he's worth it. But come on, Troy, you willing to risk 300, 400 million guaranteed on a player that if he goes out there, let's say he plays his first year on that contract and he fucking, all right, yes, all right, let's do it. Then the second year comes, boom, he breaks his fucking leg. You asked out, you know that, right? You got one. You basically spent $300-400 million for 1 year on a player.
Okay, Havoc. First and foremost, we have never heard him say he wanted anything on the whole contract guaranteed. That's the team. Oh, no. Hold on now. The team came out and said they offered him 200 million guaranteed. Come to find out, no. It was 133 million for 4 years. It wasn't 200 million. Okay.
With the incentives, huh? if he makes
it, no, but that's the trick. That's the trick right there. That's the trick. Do you really think he's gonna get that money with all the? If you have to, no, that's the trick. They didn't say anything about the incentives. They said 200 million guaranteed. Then when you look into it, it's 133 million guaranteed. Then if you do this, then you get the red. But let me finish. And at the same time, how do you tell somebody you love them and turn right around and say, yeah, but he's often injured. Yeah, hey, Havoc's a great guy, but he does cuss a lot, and that's. Come on, Havoc. That's like me giving you a compliment and holding a knife to your back at the same time.
That's the part. In that part,
okay?
That's when Troy. But then at that part, that's when Lamar has to realize he's no longer the fucking player. Now he's his agent. You know what the biggest problem is here? Lamar decided to fucking to represent himself. That was, I think, his only mistake. Hold on, before you cut me off. That's his only mistake. Lamar is being represented by himself and his mom. Come on. I understand we listen to Ma Dukes and everything, but when it comes down to it, the reason why you have an agent is so that he can sit there and listen to the negative shit they're gonna say about you, so that you don't get put in your feelings. Come on, we can, Troy. You know that Lamar is a good player, but there's some shit we can say about him that's not good in his gameplay, and
No,
you
no,
can't
but
sit
Havoc,
there.
Havoc. Everything you're saying is based on what the team is saying. We
No,
don't know.
I'm
No, no,
talking
no.
about
We don't know. No,
personally.
hold on now. We don't know if he has an advisor or not. We don't know anything about that. And
He
he's
doesn't
not the
have his
first.
own. He doesn't have a
Okay,
his
listen.
advisor
We
said
don't.
it's
We don't know that. We don't know that. And also, there was another guy with world class talent and who's a legend who played for the Ravens called Ed Reed. He never had an agent until 2013, and he retired in 2015. I
we
didn't hear any
understand.
problems with him.
Okay,
I didn't
but
hear no
then
problems
maybe
with
it
him.
worked for him,
Okay.
then, Troy. Maybe that worked for him, but right now it's not working for Lamar Jackson.
Why is it not working? What's the problem?
It's not working because you know
No, no.
what?
What's the problem?
The problem is that every time they come back and they tell him, "Yo, we love you and everything, and this is it. We want you here and everything," but remember, you've already had a knee injury, or we don't like the fact that you do this way, or you do this way. Yeah, you do all the other stuff that we want you to do, but you don't do this way, and you don't do this way. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens if you in your feelings, you're like, oh, word, that's how you feel? That's how you feel? Word, but I did this, and that's why an agent, I feel sometimes is a little important. Granted, he might get the job done, but I don't think he sat down and thought about how there was going to be 31 owners ganging up on him, because he should have, come on, everyone said it.
Well,
He
have
should
it.
have pre-expected this was going to happen. They
Okay,
said
Havoc,
it.
let me break down the agent thing for you, right? Agents agents really work for themselves to get the best deal for themselves. Case in point, like an agent could come back to you to play and say, okay, I got you a $200 million deal, man. It's guaranteed. He did not tell them that it's over a 10-year period and you only gonna make $20 million a year,
Okay,
right?
and then that's when I
And no,
come
no,
out
no,
and
no,
I
no.
tell him,
And
no, I
then you
don't want
only
that contract.
guaranteed,
I
I'm
don't
not
want you to
done.
sign it.
And then you only guaranteed 90 million up front, right? But still, he gets his 6%, his 10%, whatever the agent, it doesn't matter. So basically, he's going home with his 20 million, and this kid is stuck with a shitty contract. Come on now, man.
All right, look,
Agents
let's respond to
agents
somebody
work
in
for
the chat
agents.
that
They
made
don't
a
work for the
comment.
players.
Someone in your chat made a comment. Lenny Bison, what's good, my brother? He said Roquan Smith represented himself. No agent, the no agent is an excuse that the owners are using to collude. I mean, I kind of agree with that too, brother. But sometimes there's always good to have an outside party try to mediate or try to get, because you know what? If I'm sitting there, you telling me I'm everything you want me to say, I'm like that. But then you're gonna come here and tell me, well, damn, Jose, you had 2 knee injuries. The fuck? So what? I'm still playing now. Like, don't bring up my past. I got the knee injuries fucking around for you guys. Now because now you want to play that bullshit, and that's when I think the agent is important to try to get, like an agent, they have their tricks and they trade. They know how to communicate, how to sway. That's what they do, man.
No,
They
no,
do
but
that.
the agent is, Havoc. I don't know if you ever been part of a union, right? You ever been part of a union?
Nah.
Okay, well, an agent is simply the
Yeah.
uh, okay. Well, look, I used to work for this big supermarket, and it was a union rep, and he was our go between the management and us, right? Let me tell you real quick what happened. So they kept they kept jerking us on our overtime and time and a half on our checks, right? So I went to corporate and I got my money and I got money for everybody else. I got called into the office by the management. So of course I couldn't go by myself. I had to take the union rep. This dude used to play for the Chicago Bears back in the day. My manager is 6'5", 6'4", and he got up in my face and he basically threatened me. I'm 25. You don't threaten me. So we got into a physical altercation in the office, and then the rep told me that I was wrong. But here's the thing. He actually violated my personal space first, which was what, Havoc? That was a sign of a threat, right? Wasn't that a sign of a threat when some man violates your personal space? So, it's really not for the agent to really be fighting for you. The agent fight for his own best interests. He doesn't really fight for the player. You on mute, brother. You're on mute. You're on mute, Havoc.
Sorry about that. I mean,
Okay, there you
I'm
go.
sorry about that. An agent's gonna definitely do that, but the more he can get for you, the more he gets. So an agent's basically gonna do what he can to represent himself as well as he's representing you, because he knows the more bread he can get you, the more bread he's gonna get broken off, because he gets a percentage or whatever it is. At the end of the day, we all know that they're colluding against this young man. How this is
100%.
how this is gonna end, I don't know, brother. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's looking like he's gonna have to play one more year on this tag, or he's just gonna have to sit out the league year, bro. And if
I would sit the entire year out and burn
I'll
their
sit
ass
the
and
whole
watch
year.
them
But
and watch them lose.
that
And watch
doesn't
them
help
lose.
that doesn't help his cause, because what happens is he puts everything on pause, and then when he decides to come back in the league, it just starts all over again. They'll just franchise tag him again. So my thing is, I know it's risky. I'd play throughout this 32 million contract right now, and I'm telling you, hear me out, Troy. This is what I do. As soon as I even feel a scratch, be like, oh, I got a scratch on my neck. I'm done. I'm out. Like, what happened?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I could do there.
I got a
I'll
scratch
tell you what
on
I
my
would do
neck,
then.
coach. I can't play. My neck.
I wouldn't even let it go that far. I would come back, but I wouldn't come back till week 10. I wouldn't come back till
can't
week
do
10.
that, because
Why not?
every game
Why not?
he's paying $275,000. Fuck out of here. I'm not giving the league $275,000 per game I miss. That's a hell of a fine. Well, I ain't got millions. That's a lot of money, buddy.
I tell you what, man, I would tell him I'm injured then and I can't. Well, since I'm so often injured, well, I'm injured again. I can't play, because the truth is, Havoc, you can't tell me one thing that this young man has done wrong while they treat him like this. Not a damn thing. There's not one team owner that shouldn't be breaking their neck to get this man right now.
And that's what's crazy. We had 7 teams who were quarterback needy. You got teams who are drafting number 1. You telling me you feel more confident drafting the number 1 quarterback that's unknown than over Lamar Jackson? That's fucking bullshit. I trade the number 1 pick. I go after Lamar Jackson and give him weapons. I trade out. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy how it's all playing out.
I'm glad you said that. Who does he have to throw to besides the world-class tight end that's there? Because Hollywood Brown left on purpose.
Let me tell you something. Andrew Thomas, as soon as his fucking contract
is up, gone.
That motherfucker he's broken out of there. Everyone has said that. I'm not gonna stay here no more. Y'all wilding over here. Y'all doing this to him, I'm out of here.
He's gone.
Contract is up, I'm gone.
Yep. And I don't blame him, because that kid is world-class talent right there. He's world-class talent.
And Ed Reed was still playing on the Baltimore Ravens right now and saw this shit going on. They would fucking hightail it the fuck on out of there. Like
Ray Lewis. No. I don't know if you remember when he was a free agent. The same thing happened to him. He went out on the market and nobody wanted to pick him up. Nobody. The same thing.
That's because of the shit he did. He had
no. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything in Atlanta.
But still, he had that disdain of those murders over him.
No. But this was after they won the Super Bowl and his shine came back and he was playing like a monster. Nobody cares about that stuff. Let me tell you what they care about. They care about putting asses in seats and making and wins and making monies, right? Havoc. Yeah, because these team owners basically, this is their toy they're playing with the NFL, because they have so many other things that they could make money from. This is a toy to them, and on top of all that, it's actually viewed as a nonprofit. How the hell is the NFL a nonprofit, Havoc? I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I heard that the NFL is a nonprofit. How is it a nonprofit? How?
Yeah, there's something. I remember somebody has said something about that too, and I was listening on somebody else's conversation about that, and I can't remember. Damn, but it's something that they do to me. Yeah, I know it's crazy what you're saying. Yo, check out the chat. Lenny Bison's on one. The agent and media insiders all want to stay cool with the teams. This is an unprecedented, and that's how you know that it's collusion. The Ravens are in on it as well. That's why
they're in on it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what, Bison? One thing we all came to the conclusion real quick was when they put the unrestricted free agent tag on them, we knew there was collusion. There's no fucking way you allowing other teams to talk to him. Then y'all already sat down, 31 of y'all sat down and had that meeting and said, yo, we're about to fuck this man over. Because if we don't do him dirty, just remember next year, we got Josh Allen, we got the boy from Cincinnati, we got the boy from San Diego. All those quarterbacks are due for pays next year. I want to see what they're going to do with the kid from Cincinnati. That boy,
hey, Lenny, man, you need to jump up here, man. You need to scroll up and click that link, man, and jump up here. You have some good comments, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's what we all waiting for next year, to see how they handle their market with those 3 quarterbacks. I mean, it's crazy, bro.
No, but you know what? Everybody blames the Browns, for messing up the market. It wasn't the Browns. It was that deal. No, it was that deal that that Kirk Cousins got from, was it the Vikings, the $84 million guaranteed? That was him. Then if you look at the other boy that played for the Bills, $258 million, right? So you can't say nothing. What's the name? Took a team-friendly deal to the brother in Kansas, in Kansas, right?
Oh, he at work right now. That's what's up, brother.
Oh, he's at work. Okay, yeah.
Some love. We appreciate
it.
Yeah. Like I said, Troy, I believe
I can fly.
Said and done, I don't see Lamar Jackson returning to the Baltimore Ravens.
No. Because his heart is not in it no more.
Now, I don't know if you saw the interview, but the owner of the Falcons is full of shit.
He is. Clearly.
Did you see that bullshit ass interview?
Clearly.
Shit.
And Shannon Sharp put him in his place on the show. Did you see?
Yeah,
did you see when Shannon Sharp put him in his place?
Fucking draft last year. When he had a chance at Watson, he was offering the whole Falcons draft. You full of shit, man.
Yes, he is.
You know he fits your type of offense. That's why you guys are even talking about it. He got to say something about it because he knows the Falcons offense fits Lamar Jackson's style. You know what I would like to see, and I know people are going to laugh at me, but this would make the NFL so unfair for the next 4 to 5 years. And I don't care what nobody says because no one's going to change my mind. But if Lamar Jackson was to go to the San Francisco 49ers, the 49ers will win the Super Bowl for the next 4 to 5 fucking years.
Who's on their team as far as receivers?
They have no quarterback, but they got hella good receivers. They got some young kids over there that were doing their thing.
Well, I tell you what, man. You
imagine if Lamar would have been there last year with that?
What is their cap situation like and all that? Did they have the money or?
They could have went after him. They can go after him. I think they needed a quarterback, but they went ahead and they picked.
Most of the teams needed a quarterback. The Jets still need a quarterback, but they rather get a 39-year-old.
They completed that trade. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old, bro.
I think
how many years he gonna play?
Yeah,
what's up, man, Chad?
He's 39 years old, Troy. He's 39 years old with 5 offensive linemen that are all under the age of 27, and they all fucking been together for 4 years now.
Okay.
Them boys play. That's the only reason why the Jets last year did not make the playoffs, because they didn't have a quarterback. You imagine if somebody like a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers would have been on the Jets team last year? The Jets would have been in the playoffs and made some serious noise, Troy.
I actually want him to. You know what? I'm not a big fan of the Redskins, but if he goes to the Redskins, man, he might do something.
I'm dead serious, Lenny. I'm telling you, Lenny, they were a quarterback away from making some real power moves, and I believe they should. If I was the 49ers, I would look and think about it. A lot of people don't know this. They try to convince Tom Brady to come out of retirement.
Okay, well that means they got some money. But look, let me introduce this brother here, Mad Chad. What's up, Mad Chad?
Hey, what's shaking, Mr. Graham? Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Hit the like button. Don't forget tonight, ladies of iTalk and the fellas of iTalk. You already know iTalk family in the building, yo.
If you could, drop your channel in the chat so I could hit subscription. I'm on my phone right now, but I love to branch out and reach out to new.
My sister dropped them right now. Jess, can you do that?
Okay, yeah. It should be in there now because Lady Jess is doing that for me. But say what's up to Brother Havoc over here. He's from a powerful page himself called iTalk, man. They always helping me out. They always promoting me, so show me a lot of love. So Havoc. They go Mad Chad. He's a long-time supporter.
Respect.
Good stuff. Love the sports. I love the sports, and this is mind-boggling to me. The Lamar Jackson. I mean, this is an elite quarterback, you know, elite at college, you know, and he's proven that he's just more than just this runner. I mean, he can drop back. You give this guy a second, he throws it on a line. He got a, and you know, when I heard possibly with the Patriots, you know, I heard that Meek Mill tweeted out to Bob Kraft that, you know, Lamar would like to get up this way, and I'm like, wow, you know, Bill Belichick chasing greatness. You know, he wants to win one without Brady, and I think Lamar Jackson is just one of those elite quarterbacks. I consider him a top 5 quarterback in the world. I mean, the only thing I think, Troy, that could be the underlying factor is that the man is coming off, I believe, a knee injury, and I just know that there's a lot of you know, just with his style of play, you know, if this guy doesn't have that 4.4, 4.5 speed,
no,
you know,
Mad Chad, I understand what you're saying about his style of play, but that's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's not calling those plays in Baltimore. That's the Ravens asking him to run most of the time when he gets the ball, right? Then on top of that, how many times have you seen him get the ball and there's 2 defenders in his face already? That's because the offensive line sucks and he's forced to run. You know, because he actually wants to throw the ball more. He wants to be like an Air McNair. He don't want to run all the time. He wants to throw.
Yeah. And like I was stating, Troy, the man can draw back. He has high IQ and you know, he's accurate with the ball. You can pull up his touchdown interception ratio. I mean, he's such an underrated passer. I do believe he's 100% healthy, and it's just mind-boggling. I believe there's something to do where he's his own agent or something, you know, so he's not part of the whole factory of the team, you know, this whole machine. And I really think he's kind of being, you know, I don't know what you want to say, but it's mind-boggling to me because you don't win a Super Bowl unless you have an 86 Chicago Bear defense, or Ray Lewis.
That's the only team that's ever won a Super Bowl with offense.
Today's modern day NFL, you don't have that elite quarterback. You're not winning it. And Lamar Jackson is a quarterback that can get you there. Like when I was thinking he could be up in New England, hey man, I was getting ready to say, hey, I'm on board with this. I think we can win it. Bring on Buffalo. Bring on Mahomes. I was like, bring on Mahomes. Lamar Jackson is, like I'm saying, you put him in the right surrounding, the right team. It's mind-boggling that this man ain't signed. Because, I don't know how you could be sitting there. The Jets are chasing Aaron Rodgers. Come on, let Aaron Rodgers go retire. You have a chance to get Lamar Jackson. Put Jackson up there in New York. Come on, fellas. I mean, who you want hiking the ball? Rodgers or Lamar? Let's go, Lamar Jackson. I don't understand what's going on, Troy. What's your take on him not being signed?
Let me hit that real quick, Troy. Troy, let me hit that real quick. Oh, you on mute though, Troy. Let me hit that real quick. Yo, Mad Chad.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. I sat down and I thought about that, brother. I said, why the fuck isn't the Jets trying to go after Lamar Jackson? I think what it was, they saw the fact that they already had blew money on quarterbacks. Because remember, they blew money on that first draft pick they drafted. That kid turned out to be a bust. All we know is that he's sleeping with older women. And then that other dude turned out to be another bust. I think they invested too much money in quarterbacks that was uncertain, that they decided, look, if we're going to blow money on a quarterback again, we're going to blow it on a quarterback that has done it and still got some left in the tank. And the owner of the Jets is rich as fuck, and we all know that. And I figured he said, look, I don't splurge this money on these 2 young boys and it didn't work. I'm going to go ahead and splurge my money on a proven commodity who's still playing at an elite level. Let's not forget. Your boy had a hell of a season again in Green Bay with nothing. Think about it. And that's why I'm intrigued about this whole thing. The man has done what he's done in Green Bay with nothing. You put him on the Jets, who was simply, everyone in the league said it last year. We said it, Chad. The Jets were a fucking quarterback away from doing something. You put Aaron Rodgers behind an offensive line that's been together for 3 years, all under the age of 27 years old. Yo, man, if they kept 3 bum-ass quarterbacks on their feet who didn't know what they were doing, imagine a quarterback who knows what he's doing and can read a defense. Yo, the Jets might have just shot themselves right up in the top 5 in teams. You need a quarterback in the AFC that has some sort of power in order to get far. Because you got people like Mahomes, Josh Allen's, the kid from Cincinnati. You can't have not a quarterback in the AFC and try to make the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. And I think that's why the Jets said, if we want to make some noise against these other teams, we need a proven quarterback. And that's why they got Aaron. They're going after Aaron Rodgers.
But still, though, the questions out there, though, is where is these teams looking for this Lamar Jackson type talent? Because he's a generational talent. Like I say, we haven't even probably seen this kid play his best football yet.
I don't know what Carolina is doing. Carolina, I am bewildered that Carolina actually is. Carolina and Atlanta got me fucking stuck. Your offenses that you still have there were built around mobile quarterbacks. Cam Newton is not even 2 years out the league. What are y'all doing? This quarterback fits y'all needs. And y'all, come on. That's why I said what I said to Troy. Arthur Blank, I respect you. You're a good owner and everything. But your best bet was to sit back and shut the fuck up. You embarrassed yourself. And you just proved everybody right when you went up there and said the stupid shit you said. It made no sense what he said. And I pass it to you, Troy.
I'm gonna say that I agree with you for once, man. I don't have anything to contradict you. I just agree with it for this time. But I mean, after last night and listening to Shannon Sharp talk and just listening to some of the owners talk like the fool from the Falcons, it's clear now that they sat in them team owners meetings and said, we're not gonna pay another one of these dudes guaranteed $200 million. And as far as Mr. Jackson, he ain't getting $200 million because in all reality, right, Chad and Havoc, this could have been settled long ago. You could tell him, look, we'll give you a 6-year contract, $200 million with 160 guaranteed for the first 3 years, right? Which gives him $50 million a year, which makes him the highest paid quarterback in the league. How hard is that to do? But after the 3 years now, that's when you could re-up again or something based on what you have done, right? So how hard is that to do, y'all? A 6-year contract, 150 million guaranteed, and the rest is not guaranteed. Stop it. It's not that difficult.
It's not, especially with the money they throw around. They're billionaires. You look at the quarterback that from the Giants. They just paid him what, $40 million a year.
He hasn't won a playoff yet, right, Chad?
Come on, fellas. If I know the eye test is something else, but just pull up their freaking numbers. Just what it's a super racehorse against a good racehorse, and this guy getting $40 million. Even Deshaun Watson, the other guy there, he got paid astronomical numbers. What do you think, Joe Burrow? What do you think Mahomes just got paid? What do you think Mahomes just got paid? What do you think Burrows is going to get paid? Lamar Jackson, he has the resume, he has the future, he has the age. This is his big payday. And someone like you say, they're sitting around saying, I don't know what's going on. I think it's where he doesn't have one of these big time agents. He ain't part of the clique. His agent ain't part of the clique. And I think that he's being blackballed in some sense in that effect. Because I just don't understand how if you want to win a Super Bowl and you have a quarterback out there that is proven MVP of the league, the youngest, this dude is on pace to shatter fucking records, and he's just sitting there unsigned while they're talking about Aaron Rodgers. They're throwing Jones this much. I mean, come on, fellas, what the heck's going on here, Troy?
Chad, let me throw this out there to you and Troy, and you tell me what you think. What's to say? This is just me shooting over the moon, but y'all might laugh at what I'm about to tell you. What's to say the motherfucking owners didn't reach out to the top tier big ass agents and said, make sure for him not having one of y'all help us out, and we really let's buckle this dude down. Because you could think about it, him not having an agent, so there might be some agents out there that are sour. At some point, he had an agent. He fired that agent. What's to say that agent didn't have pay? He wasn't a part of a larger community of agents.
Absolutely have it.
You know what I'm saying? And I've thought about that shit too. And they decided, well, we're gonna fuck him over. You know why? Because we don't want these players thinking that they could do their own negotiating. Because then what happens to us? If Lamar Jackson is successful as his own agent, what's to stop the next player? Like, yo, bro, I don't need you no more. You fired. Me and my mom is gonna do this. Like, wait a minute. Like, you know,
Havoc. That's what I think it is, Havoc. That's my thought about it. I was driving around today. I drive 200 miles a day, and I'm thinking boxing, thinking sports, thinking life. You know, just driving all by myself on the highway. And Lamar was on my mind, and I'm thinking, you know, and then I just go back to, like you just said, these other guys come signing contracts. Yeah, you could take you. What? How much is my agent getting a percentage of fucking? What the fuck's this dude doing? I could have my mom do it. You know, like you say, that could be a big, union. You know, all these agents, they all go to the same fucking black tie affairs. They all go to the same golf course, the same resorts. They're all in a clique. And like you say, this could be just like, we're gonna show him you don't get an agent. You ain't getting no fucking deal.
And they all work for the same. No. But they all work for the same end, which is themselves. The agent really doesn't work for the player. The agent, because you could get a player like a garbage deal,
the bigger the player,
just as long as you get your money, right?
Troy, the bigger the player,
Young Guns, what's up?
Money you can get. So technically, the agents don't work for the players. They do work for the players, not themselves.
Hold on a second, real quick, Havoc. Hold on, because there's a dude in the chat. I want you to read this. I'll go ahead and read it. His name is Young Guns. 2020. He said. He said guy got hurt in the playoffs. 2021, he missed 4 games. 2022, he missed 6 games including the playoff game. And now you trust in giving that guy. Why don't you hit the link, sir? It's pinned up top, man, and we could discuss it.
Young Guns.
Yeah, go ahead and hit the link, brother.
You do have some legit gripe. Those are good numbers, but think about it. Every one of those years that he got hurt was because he was by himself doing everything for the damn team with no help whatsoever. That line was shitty. The line is still shitty. Just come on, man. We got to put it where it is. He
comes back and passes his physical. You run him through the vigorous physical. If you're going to sign him to a deal, what you do any player. I mean, if he checks the box on his physical, I mean, it's a complete no-brainer to sign this game-changing athlete of the world-class best athletes in the world, and he has shined. He's been the MVP. I believe he's 26 years old. I mean, it's just, come on, fellas. Like, there's something more to this than meets the eye, other than just like I say, maybe he can't pass the physical. Maybe the dude's got a limp. I don't know, but I'm just saying, if he's physically there, it makes no sense. No sense.
What I say about this, man, Chad? Let me ask you a question. And I'm always, like I said, this is the first time I'm meeting you. Don't think nothing about me. I'm always the one that pushes the envelope when it comes to the iTalk family. I ask the questions that people don't want to ask because I just don't give a fuck. But I'm going to go ahead and spice it up a little bit. Let me ask you an honest question. Do you think this is happening because he's black? If Lamar Jackson was Sean Jackson, a white man, do you think this would have been happening to him right now?
No. I actually feel this actually has everything to do with money and change. No, because for years these team owners never want to guarantee any money. So I'm personally going to say it's not because of the skin color, but it's because of the money. The money.
So if you think it's the money, then, and if you're gonna use that as an excuse, then let me ask you, Chad and Troy, a question. If it's the money, how much is the Cincinnati Bengals, the Buffalo Bills, and the San Diego Chargers are gonna have to fucking pay all 3 of their quarterbacks who have taken them from zeros to heroes? Let's not forget Cincinnati. This boy done took that team to the Super Bowl damn near almost. He took them once and then almost took them a second time, and they've been in the playoffs ever since he's been in the league.
He's going to get Mahomes numbers. They're going to get Mahomes numbers. Look at Mahomes' contract.
Hey, Chad, but you know what? Speaking, it's funny you said that. Kansas City, they got over like a fat rat. They did not let Mahomes hit the fucking free agent, hit the that market. Because if he would have hit that market this year, oh my God, we'd be talking about Mahomes getting $400 million.
Huh? You got the best of the best. You absolutely. These guys, and especially if it's your contract year, like these rookies. Not that they're not making money, but you're getting paid, and you're the man, and you're taking the win, you're taking the heat, and you're the superstar, but you're not really getting paid superstar money. And now you're up for your contract, and you you can't find no suitor. When you look at the New York Giant guy, what did the guy from the New York
Oh my
Giants
God,
just get
I am
paid?
a
The
New
guy
York
from Duke. The
Joe.
guy from Duke.
Chad, I'm
Jones.
a New York Giants fan, Chad, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking tell you right now,
They ain't winning
Daniel
shit.
Jones did not deserve 40
They
fucking
ain't winning
million
shit
dollars.
for as long as that quarterback's there, because he's just a middle of the road quarterback. He ain't gonna do fucking nothing in the Giants, and they paid him astronomical numbers. I can't remember his contract,
I just
but
told
it's
you they gave
stupid.
it's 160 for 4 years, but with incentives and everything, it plans out to be 205. When it's all said and done, he'll be making about 41.5 million a year. That's the fucking that just don't make no sense. Oh, for 15 touchdowns? I could throw 15 motherfucking touchdowns, and I'm a Giants fan that's mad about that shit.
And one
Yeah,
playoff. He only been to the playoffs once and he lost, right, Havoc?
Yeah, one playoff thing. And then the
Make a wish.
the 2 years that we're paying him off of were the 2 years that Saquon Barkley had hell of a fucking good year. So it was really Saquon that had him. Come on, man. I'm a Giants fan. New York ownership, stop the racism. Right now, our starting quarterback should not be Daniel Jones. It should be Dwayne Haskins. Let that brother soul rest in peace. But I still don't know how you went.
It should have been Lamar Jackson. They shouldn't have signed fucking Jones, and they should have waited for Lamar. I mean, I'm just saying. If I'm an owner and I'm really wanting to win, and money's just basically nothing to a billionaire. All these billionaires have other things. Yes, they want to make money. But believe me, they want the fucking place to go and say, you're the champion, Mr. Owner. You're the Super Bowl champ. Stand up there and raise that trophy. That's what they all really want. And when you have a game-changing type player like Jackson just sitting there, and there's so many teams that maybe one player, two players away, like the Patriots. You put Jackson up in New England and pick up Hopkins, the receiver. I mean, they got a decent line, all right. Stevens, the Patriots good defense. The Patriots could shock the world. Bill Belichick would be like, "Wow, look at us, we're rolling." I'm just saying, wherever Lamar goes, like if you put him into like what other teams? Just say the same.
Robert Kraft is one of the biggest ringleaders when it comes to this collusion that's going down, and you know that.
Oh, him and Jerry Jones, all of them. Yeah. He's the Mount Rushmore of the fucking assholes. Yeah.
Him, Jerry Jones, and Amir Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know they are fucking the three.
Out of their mind.
I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you this, and this is a rumor that's going around. And this, I spoke to Troy about this about a week ago, and it's resurfacing up again. There is a rumor that Daniel Snyder, the owner currently still of the Washington Commanders, is so fucking livid and heated that he's being forced to sell the team. There's rumor on record stating that he might, just to get back at the NFL and all the owners for doing this to him, that he would go ahead and sign Lamar Jackson to a guaranteed $300 million contract, stick his middle finger up and bounce, because remember, he's still technically in charge of the team this year. He's still in charge of the team for one more year. No one has bought the team yet. Rumor has it Jeff Bezos might be the new owner. And even Jeff Bezos has said he wouldn't mind having a Lamar Jackson as his starting quarterback, to introducing him as the new owner of the Commanders. But that would be so gratifying to see Dan Snyder go out like a bang and do the NFL dirty like that. Give that man $300 million guarantee and be like, fuck yeah, I'm out.
Set your team up to win a championship. Like I'm saying, what's Burrow's going to get paid?
Set them up and bounce on them. Like, yeah, here's a good quarterback.
I'll let you know. Honestly, us fellas, who's your three top quarterbacks in the league? Is it right now?
No, but let me say this, Chad. Yeah, Chad. I'm sorry, but you know what? I really don't want him to go to the Redskins, and I still call him the Redskins. But it was a gentleman that left the Kansas City Chiefs and went to the Redskins, and he's in control of the offense now. He was actually the brains behind the Chiefs offense, huh?
He's going to be the next head coach of the Washington Commanders.
Right.
You know, he was actually the brains behind the offense. It wasn't an actual coach that they have now.
We're really going to be
like
this. Kansas City is about to be exposed. we're gonna really see what KC is without this man running that offense.
I think you
That's
can't
right.
expose a team. You can't expose a team when you have, the most important position in all team sports is the quarterback. And when you have the best one in the world, I think it's hard to expose him. I'm not comparing him to Michael Jordan or something, but just watching this dude, he's at a whole different level, to me at least, and I'm just saying, I think the proof might be in the pudding. Like, this pudding's being made to come out, win all the pudding contests. I mean, I think it's the only way you're going to expose the Chiefs. I think if you expose Mahomes somehow. You can't touch the quarterback no more. It's like the position now. You can't touch the receivers. It's set up for these quarterbacks to hit home runs. It's like, and he fits that perfect. He can run. He's by far the best quarterback in the league. I think he's by far the NFL MVP. If you're drafting a team,
honest with you, right? When he's not hurt, he's actually magic. He's like Ed Reed was in his prime. He's magic, man. The cat's just magic.
When did running backs become obsolete in the NFL? I'm upset about that shit. That running backs
it ain't the ground and pound no more. It used to be the power eye. You know what I mean? You had the fullback, the running back. The big bruises. Now it's just spread the field out, speed. Because you can't really decapitate the receivers. You can't fucking decapitate the quarterback. So it's become a kind of two-hand touch league, and I get it. It's lost me a little bit. Football is one of those sports. That's why I'm a big boxing. The bell rings, you still try to kill each other. That's one thing that I do love about boxing. But football has become so sharp and soft on the field. And I feel like Mahomes is going to own every record. These guys are just set up to shatter all the records because it's set up to pass now. It ain't set up to ground and pound. It used to be the big, Eric Dickerson. It was just a lot of running. It's like back in the NBA, they used to use the big man. Like the 7-footer was a first-round draft pick. He could dominate the inside, and there was a 3-point game was basically non-existent. It was a whole different game. And I think that's what we're seeing kind of with the NFL,
Well, Chad, I can tell you that the game has gotten a whole lot softer. And I'm 52, and I started watching it when I was like 12, maybe, right?
Shout out Troy, real quick. I'm sorry, my phone might die or something, but I want to thank you, Troy, for kicking around, man. Always having great topics. Great to meet Havoc, and great everybody in the chat, man. And Troy, thanks again. I'm really into this conversation right now.
Well,
I'm digging it.
Thank you, brother, for coming by, man. Thank you.
I'm gonna hang out. I ain't leaving yet, Troy. Okay. I'm fucking digging this shit. Digging this shit. Let's go, Troy.
Every night, man, Chad, between the hours of 7 p.m. and up, you can always check out the ladies of iTalk, and we'll come on after the girls on certain days, man. If you ever want a piece of me, man, I'm crazy, bro. I'll
yeah, let's go, fellas. This is fun shit. This is good shit, man. This is good shit. Good fun shit.
Chad, Havoc is a teddy player.
You better believe.
Havoc is a teddy bear, trying to be a grizzly. He's a teddy bear trying to be a grizzly, baby.
If you can make it through the Troy Graham experience, then you should have no problems with the Lost in the episode of 3E. You should be good to go, bro. You should be good to go.
But how these games have changed, huh, Troy? I'm 53. Just the whole Ronnie lot, whole different. Reggie White would just grab you and destroy you.
Lawrence Taylor from playing today's game, man, Chad, you know that, right?
Greatest defensive player I ever see play football in my life is by far number 56 LT. That was a whole different. He changed the game. There was no one
play today.
He was the most scared.
Chad.
Yeah, he could have played today. He would get flags on every fucking play.
Mm-hmm. That's true, but
too vicious.
Ronnie Lott, right? I remember when they played the Giants. I was a big fan of Giants back then, and he hit the Giants tight end, Bavaro or something, right? And
Mark Bavaro.
Do you remember that? Well,
I remember it.
He damn near took his head off, and that was a tough dude. I think he knocked his helmet off. Ronnie Lott knocked his helmet off He hit him so hard.
You talking about Ronnie Lott and LT getting banned from the league playing in these times. Imagine Steven Atwaters. Oh, my God. They would have arrested him on the field. Sir, turn around and put your hands behind your back. Like, what the fuck going on? He would get put in
when he
jail.
hit the Nigerian Nightmare, the big Kansas City team, Christian Okai, they called him the Nigerian Nightmare. Steve Atwater stood him up, met him head on, and I don't think he wasn't the same runner after that. Steve Atwater was a bad dude. I was so glad he won a Super Bowl. He had a great game in the Super Bowl. I think he won one there. And I was a big Atwater fan because he was just a hot, like, if you wanted a football team, you want him on it, because this dude, his jersey was the dirtiest. He was in on every play. He had a nose for the ball, and my God, could he hit? He wouldn't be allowed to play. He would get after he hit a couple players, he'd be out of the game.
Like, sir, can you stop killing people? We're trying to play a game. Every time you hit somebody, you're taking them out. That team's down to 15 players, man. Come on, man. They need 11 on the field. Stop this shit. You better get out of here. You're killing people on the field. The fuck, man. Who else used to kill people too? He used to
Reggie White.
No, he was on. But Reggie White was a bully, lifting up 400-pound offensive line.
Mike Singletary.
Yeah.
Singletary was a missile.
What was the crazy linebacker from the Raiders? The white boy. That motherfucker was, oh Lord.
Jack Lambert, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, it was
Bill Romanowski, steroided out of it,
he was
spitting on people and everything. Romanowski,
that dude,
he was roided out of his mind.
Mm-hmm. Was a
certified,
cheater,
played for the Niners, Raiders. He was a complete drug cheat, out of his mind. I did not like him. He reminded me of Bill Lambier.
He played for the Broncos.
Yeah, he played all over the place.
No, but Chad, you remember what happened to him when the Broncos came to Baltimore, and Shannon Sharp was playing for the Ravens, right? Shannon Sharp
was that the spitting episode?
Shannon Sharp sent him into the sideline. He knocked the hell out of Bill Romanowski, and then after the game, Shannon Sharp said, "I've been waiting to do that for years." He couldn't stand him. He couldn't stand that boy.
He could play, though. He was a vicious dude. He was a good guy to have on your side.
No. He could play when he was doped up, and he came out and admitted that. He was a bigot. He said he got to take steroids to keep up with all these black players, but he used a different word.
Troy, what ifs, right? What ifs if Bo Jackson didn't get hurt on that freak injury where he just hurt himself? You know what I mean? Because my 53 years of life, probably the greatest athlete, because not only his football skills, his track skills, his fucking the dude could do. Remember the commercials? Bo could do anything. Wayne Gretzky, Bo could skate. Bo could do everything. I mean, he was. And then the Brian Bosworth thing, this big hype dude at Oklahoma, roided out. Got all the Midwest behind him, and Bo ran him into the end zone. And then he had that Monday night where he just kept running right into the fucking locker room. Like, he had jets. Like you see him the way he could break a bat, just twigs. You see him catch a ball, he runs up the fucking fence. That you see him throw a guy out from the warning track on a line to the plate. Like, this dude he was just, I believe in my eyes, the greatest athlete pound for pound that Mad Chad's ever seen in my life. I haven't seen anything quite like Bo.
Let me tell you this, Chad. Deion Sanders said that he was a way better athlete than he ever was. That Bo was 10 times the athlete that he was.
Can I throw somebody in that? Let us not forget that Terrell Owens played in the Super Bowl on a broken leg with metal pins and rods in there. Let me tell you something. Him and Kurt Schilling, to this day, I respect him no matter what. Kurt Schilling played with a tore fucking Achilles that was stitched. We could see the blood coming through the sock, and your boy played on a broken leg. I don't know how the fuck they did it. I don't know what drugs they were sniffed up on or how.
No, I don't think he was on drugs. He was just a natural athlete. But he still runs a 4.6, right?
Yeah, that's crazy though. Anybody that played on a broken leg, he was getting hit too. And he had like 200 something yards receiving. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's just wild, bro. They should have just gave him a ring out of respect for doing what he did.
He almost
but let's
beat it
take
all
it back.
by himself. He
Yeah, well, you
carried
know
the
what,
Eagles
y'all?
that game.
I got a question for y'all. I'm gonna take it back to Lamar Jackson. How how did the team owners get the fans back once he's gone from Baltimore?
You go ahead and you cut the ticket prices and start giving away free shit.
Now Havoc. First of all, they wouldn't pay their franchise quarterback. They ain't gonna cut no damn ticket prices. No, no.
Maybe you signed Tom Brady. Tom Brady comes out of retirement. You know he's coming out of retirement, that drama queen. He has nothing else to do. His old lady left him. All he does is live, eat, and sleep fucking football. What else is dude gonna do? He's got to wait for the right opportunity. And Tom Brady announces his return.
No, but he's not.
Someone's gonna get hurt.
Yeah,
a good team. It best be a good team with a good line.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. That ain't the Ravens. Because he can't run to begin with, right?
Right. And they're not going to be competitive without Lamar. That team's going to be so under 500 without Lamar. That team's a train wreck. That could be one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah. No top quarterback. Even if they draft a quarterback, once his rookie contract is up, he's gonna want to bounce. Because he already knows he's not going to get paid, right? So what they're gonna do then? 27 years they've been in Baltimore, and no top quarterback ever wanted to come here. No top receiver ever wanted to come here, period. So, that should tell you something about the Baltimore Ravens, right? Right there.
Yeah, hard to be a Raven fan. We've been spoiled up here in New England. Last few years been disappointing. Like I say, with the idea of that was news. I caught it that Meek Mill called Bob Kraft and said, Lamar would like to play in New England. But then a few New England reporters just shot it right down. They go, "There's no chance Jackson coming to New England." I heard on the talk shows today, and I'm thinking, who are you? Who are you to sit there? Bill Belichick's trying to catch this record, chasing this record. He's 19, 20 wins away. Do you think he wants to prove to the world that he can win it? It wasn't Tom Brady. It was Bill. That's something he needs to prove. And he's on a short leash. If the Patriots go sub 500, don't make the Patriots, Bill Belichick could be looking for a job. I mean, the greatest coach of all, they say. And I'm just thinking, him as a coach and him how he works. He took a shot with Cam Newton. The dude takes shots on players. He signs people that are thrown on the trash heap if he thinks they can help him win. This guy cares nothing more than winning. And you're telling me if you have a healthy Lamar Jackson, you'd rather go into the season with Mac Jones or freaking Lamar Jackson? Are you out of your mind, Bill Belichick? Bill Belichick he's calling his accountant. Bill Belichick is calling his accountant. He says, "Crunch these fucking numbers. Let's see what we got to do for draft picks. Let's try to get this motherfucker over here for 3 fucking years. I want to be the all-time winningest coach, and I want a Super Bowl. And believe me, this fucking quarterback can get me there. I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on him coming to New England. Don't sleep on it."
The truth is, I don't know how he's doing, because that seems like a very rigid place to play. It's very rigid, but it could possibly work out. Because when y'all had Randy Moss, y'all seemed like you were impossible to beat until you got to the Giants. Until you got to the Giants was the only team that gave y'all any amount of trouble that year. Randy Moss and Tom Brady was complete must-see TV, man. And then
most dominant combination I ever see in my life that year. That was the most dominant 1-2 punch I ever see in my life.
I don't know why they got rid of Randy Moss. Why did they get rid of him, man?
Brady got hurt. Brady got hurt the next year. He got hurt first play of the game against somebody. It fucked it all up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, it was. But Randy Moss, another greatest athlete. They say this guy, he played with white chocolate to Jason Williams up in West Virginia.
Real quick, the wife just got home. I got to go make a couple of errands. I'm still trying to replace the TV that my daughter broke. So I'll see you guys tonight. Yo, Matt, Chad, it was nice meeting you. Don't forget, if you want some more of the 3E experience, you got to check out iTalk. If they only knew, every night on the ladies and the guys of iTalk. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Chad, the link is in the chat, Chad.
Yeah, yeah, I'll get on it for sure. I'll get on it for sure, Troy.
Yeah, man.
But this football talk is,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
No. I was gonna shout out the page again, and it's ITOK, Chad. That's all you gotta type in when you're looking for iTalk. ITOK, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
ITOK.
yeah. Because I can tell you from top to bottom, there's some class acts over there. Because I just really met them through Major Key, turned me on to them,
Nice.
and I
Yeah,
stood
yeah,
back
yeah.
and watched them real quick first, and then I jumped in, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's been all love and respect. We all bump heads every now and then because I'm a strong personality. They have strong personalities,
Oh,
but
yes, yeah.
we all come back to a happy
That's
medium
what
after a
sport
while.
is, though. Yeah, yeah. That's what
Yeah,
it is. A happy medium for sure, Troy. And like I say, shout out to you, man. It really gets me. I hit the bell on your channel. Sometimes I don't get
yeah,
notifications, but yours came up. I'm like, freaking right, Troy's live. I'm like, yeah. And then,
yeah.
then I see that you're talking about Lamar. And like I'm just saying, it is like maybe collusion there, something with the contract. These quarterbacks just
Hmm.
got paid with guaranteed money. But like I say, it's just monopoly money to these billionaires. You know what I'm saying, Troy? And like,
Hmm.
there's nothing more that they've took chances on way higher risk, reward. Like you're looking at a high reward for signing this kid.
Yes,
You're,
you
you're
are.
gonna your jersey sales are gonna go up. He's gonna bring a lot of hype, a lot of
Hmm.
eyes to whatever team he's on, and especially if he's put in a situation where he's on a team to win. It wouldn't shock me if his team wins the freaking Super Bowl and he's the MVP. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're going to sign. So what's more, it's his time to get signed, and he's worth it. That's all I can say. I don't understand it, Troy, to be honest.
Yeah, and he's only 25 years old, and he's coachable. He's only 25 years old, man. He's only 25.
Says
So
all the
how do you
right
lose with
things.
that? How do you lose with
Yeah.
that right there? He
Come
has
on.
no fields off the. I mean, he has no off-field problems whatsoever. None.
Pull
None.
up his
Right?
touchdown to interception ratio. Pull up to what he's done on the football field. Just pull up his resume.
Yeah.
And like I say, the one thing I do get is if he's got some sort of injury where he ain't passing a physical or something. That's the only thing I could get on it. Is that maybe
Right.
there's something there that we don't
Eh,
know
it,
about.
it's actually nothing there. That's stuff they're pulling out their ass just to tear him down and try to assassinate
But he
his
missed
value and
those games,
character.
though. But when you just go by the resume, though, Troy, you just pull up what have you done for me lately. The kid has missed some games. You definitely, if you sign him, you definitely want to get him there and see if he's right. You
No, no,
just
no.
can't
But
say I'm gonna.
if you go online and you Google, who's the most injured, quarterbacks, it's not him. It's
No,
not
it's not
him.
him. No, no,
No,
but I
it's
mean,
not
it's just
him.
off
Yeah.
what's coming off, though, Troy. He's coming off this injury. It's like I know. I mean, the kid out in San Francisco hurt all the time. He's a fragile leg. I don't consider Lamar Jackson a fragile leg at all.
Mm,
But I believe
mm,
I believe his last injury had something to do with his knee or something. I
mm.
think it was a knee injury.
That's because he's always running.
Yeah, and
One
that's
is because of the
scary.
offensive line and the plays they call. When they hand the ball off to him. Listen to me. They got two outstanding, running backs. One of them is shifty and fast. The other one is a bruiser, right? Why don't they use their two running backs to run? Why are they constantly running the quarterback? Why?
Yeah, that is stupid. Yeah,
Yeah, it is
because
stupid.
he's his number one threat. That Harbaugh is trying to win at all costs,
Yeah,
and
let
he's
me
trying.
let me shout this cat out because I go on his show and give him the blues sometime. What's up, Mark Nash? What's up, Mark Nash? The thing is pinned on the show, so you could always the link. The link is pinned on the show, so you could always come up here and over talk, join the conversation, over talk like you do on your own show.
Sure. Shout out to Mark, man. Great channel. Great channel. Subscribe to Mark Nash, man. Great topics. Great channel. I mean, hi, Troy. Great little community here, Troy. And like I say, much respect to you. I always appreciate you when you show up on show up anyways, Troy. You just have great angles and great takes.
Thank you, brother. But you know what I like to do, man? I got to be more consistent with what I'm doing because I have some other stuff coming up, but I'm building it. I don't want to give away the beans yet, but let's just say that I'm building something, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be a series, so it's going to be you're going to say to yourself, "Wow, Troy had this fight or that fight or this fight." You know what? I got to find you the interview I did with Pepe Carrera, man. You ever heard of Pepe Carrera?
I have heard of him. Yes.
Yeah, he trained Sugar Ray Leonard. He trained Simon Brown and Maurice Blocker from scratch. Those are his two
Mm.
champions, right? He
Mm.
worked with Lennox Lewis. He worked with a bunch, and he trained Ray's brother, Roger Leonard. I had him on the show, and a gentleman who's a legend in DC called Bunch Bay. I had both of them on the show, right? So trust me, he's trained some legends, and I'm gonna see if I get him back on the show, man. He's a great interview. Him and the great referee, what's the brother's name? Is God, he was a treasure too to interview him. Cortez, is that his name? I don't remember his name, but the brother was
Yeah,
such a
Cortez.
treasure.
I think it was
Yeah,
Cortez.
yeah, it was a treasure, man, when we spoke to him and all that. Because listen, I didn't know the brother was a boxer. He was a boxer before he became a referee, right?
Mm. Mm.
And he had 20 plus fights. I didn't know that he used to manage a casino before he became a referee and all that stuff, right? Oh man, the dude was such a treasure, man. He gave us so much information on the show and all that. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back because I'm gonna keep doing this thing with Lamar. Even after it clears up, he goes to another team. I'm gonna follow
Where
him
do
on
you think
another
he's
team.
going, Troy? Where do you think he's
Ah,
going?
at this point, nowhere. I don't think he's going
Huh?
anywhere right now.
Huh? You don't think no one
Yeah.
will get him? Huh? Wow.
I think that you have to have a radical owner that says, you know what, I don't give a damn what y'all think. I actually need a quarterback for my team, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this man an offer. Sometimes you have to find somebody that'll step outside the box, right? Because right now
Who's
all
the
these owners are
Vegas
not
owner?
stepping outside
Who,
the box.
who's the Vegas quarterback now? Didn't they get rid of Carr? Whatever,
I don't
whatever his
know.
name.
I don't know, Chad. I don't really know who's the Vegas quarterback because I was
You
hoping that
know,
he would
new
go.
stadium, new stadium. You know what I mean? I heard
Wow.
that owner was around at the fights. He was at the Benavidez plant fight. Because he wants to put a big boxing match in there.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So
Yeah,
he's looking to fill this place. And like I say, Lamar Jackson as a Raider, that could make sense. You know, that's going to be my pick right now. I think he's going to Vegas because gamble. It's a gambling capital of the world, and
yeah.
I think they're going to take a big gamble with Lamar, and it's going to
And
pay
they got
off.
a crazy owner still, don't they? They got the
Crazy
same
owner.
owner.
Yeah, he's at these boxing matches. I think he's right out of it. Young kid, wants to be seen, loves the fucking picture on him, loves the camera.
Man, let me tell you what, man. If this, I hope he gets signed by another team. But if it doesn't get signed, this will
Ah,
show the fan. This will show the fans that pay attention what exactly is going on in football right now. Why there's certain players who come out and say that ain't nothing but high price slaves. And I
right.
actually never liked that. I've never liked that comment, but I understand why they say that now, right? Because you can't find a better player. Like I said, he's nothing off the field. He has no issues off the field. 25, he's a team player, and you can't find one teammate that came out against him, can you? Can you?
Never,
No.
anywheres, not in college, nowheres.
No. So what's the problem then? It's the team. It's not him. He's often hurt. You all fired your offensive coordinator because of that. So thank you. So you double talking now. You're saying he's often hurt, but you fired the offensive quarterback, right? That tells you why they fired him because he wants this man to run all the time. Just because he can run doesn't mean that he has to run all the time, right? Come on, man. It's common sense. He wants to throw the ball and be like an Aaron McNair was back in the Tennessee days, right? Let him throw the ball. Let him throw
So
the
much
damn
better
ball.
than McNair. So I think Lamar is
Yes.
so much better than Steve McNair. Like running, throwing, everything. I think Lamar's a great pocket passer. I think he has high IQ. Like when I watch him play, it's him. Like he goes hut hike, and there's everybody chasing him, and he's making shit happen. And I thought he would win MVP up until he got hurt. Like he's the most electrifying player to watch in the NFL for me. And it's
Mhm.
just makes my head just sit back and go, is he hurt? why ain't no one signing him? Because he's a game changer. Troy, thanks for having me, brother. And once again, hopefully Vegas, you know what I mean? 50 million a year. Guarantee, you know, something right out of the gate, something that he's worth. You know what I mean? A little bit more than the New York Giant quarterback. Just give me 10% more than the Giant quarterback. You know what I'm saying, Troy? Troy, thanks for having me. Have a great day, brother.
All right,
God
brother.
bless.
Thank you. All right. All right. Man, I had fun doing this. I'm gonna do some more shows like this, man. I really enjoyed Havoc's company, Chad's company, everybody that came through in the chat. I enjoyed this, man. See, because yeah, we all know I talk boxing and stuff, but talking boxing is not my thing. I do the interviews, which is what I love to do. But this here, I could get real heated and do this and get all excited, and it doesn't change my personality whatsoever. I don't get upset. I just have fun with it because I'm definitely gonna have Havoc back on, and we're gonna do some things together. How the hell did I get on the biggest screen? I don't know, but I'll take care of that. But so I want to thank everybody for coming out. You know, Jess, you always there for me. Appreciate you. Don't be offering me no more pineapple chicken, woman. Have to change your name or something. But I don't know how I got on the big screen. I'll figure it out. But yeah, Mark, thanks for coming out, Mark Nash. Y'all go check him out. He has his own panel. But just expect to get talked over when you go there, you know, because that's what Mark does, looking like a you know, LL Cool J with a gap tooth, right? And you got everything. Yeah. I want to thank everybody from iTalk that came. I think Joe came. I think RP came. We all know Havoc came. Young Guns, Boxing Scholar, Lenny. Get this smoke, you Bama. You ain't jumping up on the panel. What you afraid of? Get this smoke. Yeah. You come through and don't jump on the panel. You was the Bama for life. But thank all of y'all for coming out, man. All the ones that will see the replay, bless up and big up yourself. All the ones that watched it on YouTube, bless up and big up yourself. Inboxing, yeah, bless up. Major Key, brother number one. One. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate that. On that note, bless up and big up yourself. I'm gone.